Hi, you've reached Jen with Jen Phillips April at jenphillipsapril.com and Right Words Marketing. And today we're going to talk a little about keyword terms and particularly how you can use these in finding topics to blog about. One of the questions I get asked a lot is how to blog, what to blog about. In fact, finding content for blogging seems to be at top of most people's priority list. Of course, I blog for clients all the time. I've written well over 1,000 blog posts and small business and motivation and pet businesses and all and chiropractors and yoga and so I write on marketing topics as well as specific topics like for example for pet sitters and as well as chiropractors and other professionals. And I find lots of topics to blog about. And it's really because I do so much of it. And so that's why I'm not really short on ideas. But here's one of the ways that I usually will find an idea, particularly if I'm starting in a new niche and I'm not really sure about what some of the topics are, some of the questions. And so I go to Google Keyword Planner, which I've typed in here. And this is a tool that is really simple to use and it's free. And you may have to sign up for Google AdWords account, but if you do that, that's fine. So you just type in Google Keyword Planner. I actually already opened it here, and so it just opens it to this page. So what you want to do from here is just you're going to click on this under this find new keywords and you can start looking for things. I find that a lot of people don't know what a keyword is. They kind of think it's really broad, like for example if you're a pet sitter they think it's dogs, but that's too broad because it's going to put you in competition with Amazon and PetSmart and all the major big box stores, so that's not going to work. However, pet sitting in Philadelphia, that would work, right? And you can even you want to do one on each line. You can also try variations like pet sitter. You can do, yes, a phrase like how to choose a pet sitter. You can do dog walking. You can do variations and you could do a whole bunch of these and then just go down to the very bottom. Don't worry about these others right now, these other things. Just go down, don't worry about any of this at the moment, and then go get ideas. So you'll give it a moment and you see this got the phrases that I put up here. And now I've got this graph chart. And what this tells me is how many people each month are searching for these terms. And better yet, it tells me like kind of what my competition is. So let's get this opened up a little bit more. You can see that we have dog walking has a ton of searches, 13,000 searches, and there's really not that much competition. It's a medium, considered a medium competition term in for AdWords. This is all based on those ads that you see in Google, like on the right hand side and at the top. We're not buying ads. We're looking to see what the search volume is for terms and how we might be able to tweak it for our purposes. So dog walking, what are some of the things people are looking for with this? Dog walking rates, dog walking business. Down here we have pet services. There's not as many people searching for that, and there's a lot of competition, high competition it says. Okay, let's pop over here. You see that you have this keyword ideas tab. Let's look over there and see what that tells us. We're looking just for an overview at the moment. Nothing. So this is going to give us a little bit more in depth. So the terms that I had typed in were pet sitting in Philadelphia, pet sitter, how to choose a pet sitter, and dog walking. So not that many. So dog walking, we see we have about 4,400 people a month are searching for that, and that's a pretty good volume. And then that's got not too high of a competition, so that's really good news. So in that case I would definitely put down dog walking if I'm a dog walker and I want to be sure I can go create a blog post that incorporates the term dog walking, not dog walker. That's a different term in Google's eyes, but dog walking. So how to be a dog walking professional if you were looking for if you were looking for someone who wanted to start a business on pet sitting, for example, or dog walking. You could use a title. This is what you would title your blog post something like uh, dog walking in Philadelphia, or you know, 7 dog walking tips in Cincinnati, wherever you may be. Uh, and I'm obviously coming up with this all the top of my head. But so dog walking is the term that you want to use for that particular blog post. And then you'll incorporate it in your title, you'll incorporate it in your body, and then you'll use it in the SEO fields if you're using an SEO plugin on WordPress. And that kind of gives you a little basis of not only a content idea, but basing it on what people are actually searching for, because you're going to have an easier time getting found on Google if you're using the terms that people are using to find you. So let's go down here. Look, how to choose a pet sitter has a terrible search volume of only 10 people. You know, at one point it seemed like that was a higher volume at some other time in my life when I've looked this up. But you know, these things change. So then, you know, in pet sitting in Philadelphia, well, that's very high. So we're not going to go with those, but dog walking would be good. And you could use a pet sitter. Let's do another one just really quickly on a totally different topic. Let's think. You know, we could do something like a health coach, right? And that's another service business. Health coach, health, health coaching, nutrition, nutrition tips maybe. All right, let's just do those 4. And then, you know, if you click on the blue or go hover over the blue, it tells you how many, like millions of searches there are, and it's a lot, right? I mean, these are highly competitive terms. However, and nutrition is really broad, so that's one of those really broad terms, kind of like dogs for pet businesses, that you wouldn't want to just use nutrition as your keyword term. You'd want to narrow your focus with nutrition and something. So maybe you're talking about the paleo diet and how, you know, nutrition aspects of the paleo diet, or nutrition tips for busy moms, or something that would be narrowing the focus a little. Uh, but you can see that, you know, your health coach and health coaching, these have decent search volume, but they have high competition, which is not surprising at all. And this number over here is what you would pay if you were bidding on this for keywords for Google AdWords. So don't worry about that unless you're doing pay-per-click advertising. It does not affect anything we're talking about. We're just talking about ways to find content to write blog posts around. And if you're really excited about writing on something, then go ahead and do that. But I find that a lot of people are always asking, I don't know what to write about. So this is one way to go and find out what some of the things are people are looking for. And another way is what I call the 5 by 5, which is, please think of the questions that people most often ask you and write those questions down, or better yet, answer them on a you could even record them on your smartphone, and then transcribe them. And that's your answer. You can do a Q&A style blog post. So if people want to know, you know, how often you're taking the dog, if you're a dog walker, you know, how long are typically your dog walks, and you can kind of explain the process of your walks, where, you know, where you might go. I mean, obviously it's going to depend on your neighborhood, but you can, some of the kinds of things you do. I was talking with a friend over the weekend. She's, well, one of the things I would want to know in a pet sitter is, like, if I'm going away and my cat's upset, you know, what do you do if the cat chooses not to use the litter box? How do you handle that? You could answer that in a blog post. So that's, you know, that's just some content generation ideas. But Google Keyword Planner is a really great way to get generate, you know, some thought processes going. You brainstorm some topics and create a whole big list. And then you can also ask your clients. So good luck. Hope you enjoyed this, and come see me at JimPhillipsApril.com and sign up for my email tips on more marketing tips like this. Okay?